Hello you shiny happy people, welcome to Activities in Portugal. Today I'm in the rolling hills of Sintra and behind me you can just about see the Pena Palace. I'm currently at the High Cross, which provides amazing views, if you can get that in. There we go, it provides amazing views of the hills and the sea around Sintra. It really is truly beautiful. So come join me today as I explore the beautiful town of Sintra. Sintra is located just 25k away from the centre of Lisbon. It's really easy to get to. It's really easy to get to by train and it's really simple to drive here too. There's plenty of paid parking and unpaid parking if you can find it. The village is super sweet and super quaint. The village of Sintra, along with Pena Palace, has a pure fairy tale feel. It's so romantic, it's so calm, it's so chilled, it's so relaxing. You will have such a wonderful day when you spend it in Sintra. Sintra is famous for its cakes and I've found a secluded little spot for me to enjoy their delicacies. This cake is called Pastéis de Cruzalta and it's from Periquita, the most famous pasteleria in the whole of Sintra. So let's try and open it first and then give it a taste. Crumbly, but delicious. Very, very nice. This is my favourite cake from Sintra, for sure. The centre is so creamy and delicious. Sintra is just full of fauna and flora. It has every species from all over the world. It's the most exotic and beautiful area of Lisbon, in my humble opinion. You come here and you can instantly feel the air is pure, it comes into your lungs and you just feel healthier and happier and more grounded and more spiritual. The tram takes you all the way from Sintra to this beautiful beach called Praia das Massas. It's only €3 and it is a lovely little journey, but be warned, you need patience because there's only one tram on the line, so we advise probably getting the first one in the morning if you want it to be on time. This little beach is beautiful if you ever get bored of Sintra. I think that's possibly impossible, but in case you ever do. The hills around Sintra are perfect for trekking. Just close to the High Cross you will find numerous trails where you can get lost in nature. You can take your dog for a walk, you can spend the day just hiking in the hills. The hills are not only beautiful but they are packed full of historical monuments to pique your interest. Quinta da Regaleira has an interesting history. It was built sometime in the 1600s, but in 1845 it was purchased by Antonio Augusto Carvalho Monteiro. This owner was particularly interested in the occult. The buildings and the gardens represent ancient secret orders of the Knights Templar with hidden tunnels and concealed Masonic symbolism. Within the grounds of the estate is the initiation wells. These two inversed towers descend deep into the ground and are the most mystical and eerie element of the Quinta da Regaleira. The largest tower has a 27-meter spiral staircase and exits at a spooky lake. It has been reported that the towers were used for secretive initiation rites.
Sitting in the centre of Sintra is the Palace of Sintra. It's the best preserved medieval royal residence in the whole of Portugal. It was lived in by the Portuguese royalty on and off from the 1400s to the 1700s, and the castle is 1,000 years old. Originally built by the Moors during the Muslim occupation.
The Palace of Monserrate has quite an English background. In fact, in 1809, Lord Byron visited the palace, and in 1856, Francis Cook, who was a wealthy English merchant, took over the palace and gardens and transformed the land into what we see today. The design is a mix of Moorish, Neo-Gothic and Romanticism. And the park is full of rare species of plants and trees ranging from Australia to Mexico. The convent was founded in 1560 with just 8 monks. It grew over the centuries, but it still remains a very minimalist building. The most interesting character that lived in the convent was Friar Honorio during the 1500s. He lived to the ripe old age of 100, but he spent 30 of those years in penance, living in a small grotto in the grounds of the convent. He was immortalized in a poem by Lord Byron called Childe Harold's Pilgrimage. The Castle of the Moors was built in the 8th and 9th centuries as a fortress. Today, the castle is used by tourists as a viewpoint over the unique hills of Sintra. The Pena Palace is named one of Portugal's 7 wonders and is a World Heritage Site. It really does look like a fairy tale castle set upon one of the tallest hills in the Sintra area. Pena Palace was ordered by King Ferdinand II in 1838, and it was his summer residence. The castle is still used for state occasions today by the President of the Portuguese Republic. The styles are truly eclectic, from Moorish to Renaissance to Neo-Gothic. The whole building is just stunningly colourful. The palace itself is surrounded by 200 hectares of gardens, and both the palace and the gardens are a top tourist destination for Lisbon travellers and should be on your bucket list when you visit Lisbon. Thanks for watching 10 Things to Do in Sintra. I hope you liked today's video. Tell me your top 10 things to do in Sintra in the comments below. Please like, share and subscribe, and I hope to see you again next week.